Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Ott. I'm here today to read you our story for the week. We are reading Bear Snores On, and this is by Karma Wilson and Jane Chapman. Okay, so this week we're talking about realism and fantasy. So realism is things that are real. So a realistic story tells about something that could happen in real life. And then fantasy is like make-believe, like something that probably wouldn't happen. So I've got an example here for you. Real animals do not wear clothes and they don't talk, right? Just like this bear right here. Okay, and then make-believe animals, they wear clothes and act like people. And that's one way that we can tell the difference between realism and fantasy. So we're going to talk about this and how we see this in our book, Bear Snores On, this week. Before we begin reading, it's really important that we talk about our amazing words. Our amazing words are sleep, cave, storm, winter, woods, and blustery. I want you to think right now, how many of these words do you know? Sleep, cave, storm, winter, woods, and blustery. And you might know what some of these are, but we're going to go over the definition, okay? Sleep. People and animals need to sleep every night. We need to sleep to be healthy and strong. When we get tired, it means our body needs to sleep. Cave. A sheltered, hollowed-out place is called a cave. Most caves have an opening in the side of a hill and are underground. Storm. When the weather is not nice and there is lightning, thunder, rain, or snow outside, we call it a storm. Winter. The coldest season of the year is winter. During the winter, we dress warmly. Many animals leave for the winter or they find a warm place to hibernate. And hibernate means that they're going to go to sleep for a long time, and they might not sleep the whole time, but they sleep most of the time. And it can be for weeks and weeks and weeks. Woods. The woods is an area of land covered with many trees. Bears like to live in a place that has many trees for shelter. Blustery. I bet a lot of you weren't sure what this word meant. When it is very cold outside and the wind is blowing strongly, it is called blustery. What season is it blustery? Do you all remember our song where we talked about, which one did it start with? Winter, right? Remember we did this because we were really cold. So when it's blustery, it is winter. Okay, it's time to read our book, Bear Snores On. In a cave in the woods, in his deep, dark lair, through the long, cold winter, sleeps a great brown bear. Cuddled in a heap, with his eyes shut tight, he sleeps through the day, he sleeps through the night. The cold winds howl, and the night sounds growl, but the bear snores on. An itty-bitty mouse, pitter-pat, tiptoe, crawls in the cave from the fluff cold snow. Mouse squeaks, too damp, too dank, too dark, so he lights wee twigs with a small hot spark. The coals pit-pop and the wind doesn't stop, but the bear snores on. Two glowing eyes sneak peek in the den. Mouse cries, "Who's there?" And a hare pops in. "Ho, Mouse," says Hare, "long time no see." So they pop white corn and they brew black tea. Mouse sips, wee slurps. Hare burps, big burps. But the bear snores on. Nothing is waking up this bear, is it? A badger scuttles by, sniff snuffs at the air. "I smell yummy yums. Perhaps we can share." "I've brought honey nuts," Badger says with a grin. "Let's divvy them up, cozy down, and dig in." And they nibble and they munch with a chew chomp crunch. But the bear snores on. A gopher and a mole tunnel up through the floor. Then a wren and a raven flutter in through the door. Mole mutters, "What a night!" "What a storm!" twitters wren. And everybody clutters in the great bear's den. They tweet and they titter, they chat and they chitter, but the bear snores on. In a cave in the woods, a slumbering bear sleeps through the party in his very own lair. Hare stokes the fire, Mouse seasons the stew, then a small pepper fleck makes the bear. What do you think that's going to make the bear do? What do you know about pepper? Pepper can make us do what? Achoo! He blows and he sneezes and the whole crowd freezes. How do you think all these animals are feeling right now? What kind of emotion do you think? Do you think they're happy? Do you think they're mad? Do you think they're scared? And the bear wakes up. He gnarls and he snarls. Bear roars and he rumbles. Bear jumps and he stomps. Bear growls and he grumbles. I would be pretty scared. "You've snuck in my lair and you've all had fun but me. I was sleeping and I have had none." And he whimpers and he moans, he wails and he groans, and the bear blubbers on. Mouse squeaks, "Don't fret, don't fuss, look, see, we can pop more corn, we can brew more tea." So he wasn't really mad, he was more sad that he was left out. Bear gulps, bear gobbles, he sighs with delight, then he spins tall tales through the blustery night. When the sun peeks up on a crisp, clear dawn, Bear can't sleep. But his friends snore on. So, based on our definition of realism and fantasy, do you think that this is realism or do you think that it's fantasy? And why do you think that? All right, I'm going to make a flip grid for you to answer that question. Not required, but fun to do so. In that flip grid, I want you to say, I think Bear Snores On is an example of realism or an example of fantasy. And tell me why.